identify the things that you are interested in, and sometimes in your pursuit you're going to identify things, you're going to be drawn to things, and it's just not going to fit your situation. And I actually had some flashbacks about my first marriage. Almost an identical situation. I met somebody, we got involved, I became obsessed with this person, and even though over a period of time, after numerous breakups and just a very turbulent relationship, most often initiated by her, I was dumped more times than I care to admit. In that we would get back together and then we would break up, and it was always initiated from the other side. That it became almost a matter of will that I was going to eventually make this work. And I actually stepped away and thought that I was done. I was young. I mean, I was in my late teens, early 20s when all this happened. And we eventually got back together, and it was what I wanted, because I had wanted it all that time. But by the time we've gotten to that point, our relationship was so damaged and we were so different that there was really nothing left there other than the remembered desire, if that makes sense. Even the desire wasn't even really there anymore. And it was very naive logic, but it was like, well, we've been through so much that it's meant to be. We should get married. And there really wasn't a lot of passion. There really wasn't a lot of connection. But I went through with it. And I don't want to say I was unhappy, because I wasn't really unhappy. But it definitely was not what it should be. It's definitely not what I have now. But even kind of knowing that, we still pushed forward with it, even though I don't think either of us really felt that passion anymore. So we ended up in a very, you do what you want to do, I'll do what I want to do, and it didn't even make it a year, and we were separated. But it's very similar in this pattern. It's just you become so fixated on something, and all of your situation and circumstances change, but you don't adjust your dreams and your desires to accommodate what you've evolved into, what you've grown into. So I had evolved past that relationship, but still pushed it forward. And the same thing was going on with this business idea. Now, part of it was based in a desire to buck the system. I wanted to start this business to show other people that you could do it, and I wanted to do it in a manner that was non-traditional. I wanted to be able to find new ways, kind of reinvent the wheel, I guess, so that to try and make it easier for other people. But I was really just setting myself up for failure, and that really wasn't part of the dream. The dream was to own and operate a restaurant and create joy and a place to celebrate for anybody that wanted to engage in that. And it ended up being more an issue of principle, pursuing it on that, on strictly on that intention to create this new ideology and this new way of creating, starting, operating, owning a business, in hopes that other people would be able to follow that path. but it wasn't really fulfilling what I had always intended to do. So again, just a learning experience, and a costly one. It cost us quite a bit of money to do that, and we're still kind of dealing with that now, but not a big deal. Just move on. But fresh year now, fresh start. The idea was just to get through the holiday season, which we have done. We had plans with family. We had plans financially that were kind of geared around just getting through the end of the year. And at this point now, I'm ready to move on. I would be fine just giving my notice and walking away from Boardwalk today. Rhonda not so much, and the idea of me doing it doesn't make her feel very cozy inside. So we got to cruising just over 2 weeks now, and we're gonna get through that and then get back, and we've been doing the research, and we're gonna start some of these other balls in motion as far as selling the house, selling off our our belongings, possessions, just kind of liquidating and freeing ourselves up, and then create this new adventurous life for ourselves. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. So New Zealand is still 100% on the table, and whereas before we were like, all right, we're just gonna cut and run and move there. Now we're like, we'll just, and I've talked about it, I guess, a few times now over the last month or so, 2 months, that we're just gonna go and see what happens. And again, it's making decisions based on incomplete information. To say, all right, we're just gonna pack up and leave and move to and live in New Zealand. It's a bold statement. There's nothing wrong with it if that satisfies all of your desires, fulfills all of your dreams, but you're basically, in doing that, you're kind of, because I'm so pig-headed and strong-willed, I will sometimes put myself in a situation that may be opportune, optimal, just perfect for where I am in that life, and then my life changes, and I'm still holding on to that, even though it's not really fulfilling anymore. Again, it's very similar to what I was just talking about. It's you make these decisions to make changes in your life, or to pursue things that you're drawn to, but you become so rigid and fixated on that as the end-all be-all that you forget to live, you forget to move on, you forget that you're constantly evolving, and new things are going to come about, and you may circle back to things that you were drawn to in the past, or that you had tried to. So right now, just moving forward, I'm trying to really be mindful and aware of the choices that I make, and that they're not permanent choices. They are extremely fluid and flexible. That you make that choice, you see where it takes you, and if you see another path along the way, take it. If you feel drawn to revert back to something else, then go for it. But don't feel like that once you've made that decision, you can't ever make another decision. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling very, very liberated, very free in my approach to this year. So that's fantastic. Again, I just feel very invigorated and full of hope